Can you all hear me? Like barely. Why is that? I don't know, man. We're just gonna roll with it and see what happens. Yeah. So anyways, I hope everybody is doing well. Sorry, everybody. So yeah, we're just gonna get started then. And if y'all can't hear me, I don't know what the deal is. I've tried literally everything. Um, the only thing I can think of is wait, now it's working just fine. Okay, so I adjusted the microphone level a little bit more. We'll see if that changes anything. But right now, if it's too loud, just let me know. But as of right now, we're just going to go ahead and send to March 1st. And we'll see what happens. I got a very expensive mic today, so if it does not work, I am going to be pissed. You suck. So I'm saying no to all these trades for Jesper Fast and whatnot because I do think the Canes need him in the lineup. I could be wrong, and I could just could be could me this season. USA West and shut up. Do I have two scouts in the USA West? I do, so I'm actually going to put my better scout in the Central. Because the fact that we're not scouting the league with the most prospects in it in the USA is a concern. We don't need two scouts to scout 11 prospects. Yeah. Yeah. There's one thing the Canes are known for, it's good math. So I have an extra Liga scout now. That's the only real new thing. That's really it. Hell yeah. Also, the Switch battery is low. Nino out for. Ooh, we lose him in the first game of the season, and he's out for almost 2 weeks. So that's not a great start to the year, losing 5-2 on the road to the Capitals. We do come into home, get a win against LA, and then get a win against the Islanders. So,
Work.
yeah, I mean, you'll take that. We'll take that win against Boston too for a 3-1-0 record to start the year. Welcome back to the chaotic stream, though, if you are tuning in, which you're not,
Hey.
which nobody is. But if you're watching this later on, like a few of you did and told me about it, which was cool, yeah, keep it up. I appreciate you.
Why does
So,
that sound so sarcastic?
that wasn't sarcastic, I was genuine.
I know it sounded
Oh,
sarcastic.
it's because I can't emote. I'm like incapable of it.
Well, it's frustrating talking.
We're trying to do like like a radio show here, where basically it's like just like a calm, soothing voice. And then we got some peanut gallery in the background.
Excuse me. Fuck you. Fucking peanut gallery my ass.
But yeah, so it's more of like a chill thing. So if you're watching this, you can just put this on in the background.
It's NPR.
Wait till exactly. Somebody told me once that I had an NPR voice.
You remember my camper that said you should do ASMR on YouTube?
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. You'd make a killing. Most people make a ton of money just for cutting up bullshit and eating.
I was about to say usually it's the psychos that like to listen to people eating.
Yeah,
That's literally my worst nightmare.
I can't do that. I don't like listening to lip smack. My sister, I'm putting her on blast here because she's never gonna watch this. She is the loudest eater I know.
Yeah, she's pretty bad.
Yeah,
I have to agree with that.
it's a
Except nothing is louder than my parents eating cereal at 7 a.m. in the fucking morning.
7 a.m. in the morning.
I, it's literally woken me up. Like when I lived at home and was a child, I would literally wake up every morning.
Oh, broken egg, broken leg for Sebastian Aho has him out until February 16th. That is
Oh my god!
that is hurtful. The good news is it means that Martin Necas will get a chance to be the Hurricanes' first line center. So it's not like a huge downgrade because he was only one overall point lower. And it might get him a chance to develop into like, the future first line center of the team. But yeah, that sucks.
But you see, that's usually how the bullshit
Yeah,
goes.
you rarely lose your top player in these, and if you do, it's usually only for like a week or so. But Sebastian Aho is out for 3 months,
Oof.
which is a good portion of the season here. So
What information? I just got killed by a car.
the good news is that it looks like the Canes are still winning. It looks like Necas is doing a very good job as the first line center of the team. But man, that hurts. You have to feel bad.
That shit hurted.
You hate to see it. So I don't know what the guy first overall. I don't know what his potential is. They said it's a weaker draft class, so that doesn't inspire like a ton of confidence. Still no gems and busts. My scouting department's not the best yet though, so that's probably why. Still a lot of areas that I need to improve upon. But I like this record. I think it's a solid team. Even without Aho, I think we have some nice pieces. We've also got Dan McLaughlin here.
Oh yeah.
I forgot that.
Superstar.
Yeah, superstar. And we also have Chris Cote. I don't know how you pronounce his last name.
Don't forget Elise Smith.
Elise Smith is on the Minnesota Wild, who we play in a
I'm
couple of.
always wildin'.
Yeah, that was definitely deliberate.
I kind of hope it was.
It wasn't, but
Alexa, stop.
yeah. But here we go. We're about to play the Wild in about a week. Necas out with a mild concussion now, so that's great news. We beat the fuck out of Tampa 4-1. 5-1 win against the Blues. Palm Tree Neck Ass is back in the lineup. Yes, the Switch died. You might need to go grab the charger for it. I don't know where the charger is. Oh, is it just up there? Okay. Oh, we beat the Minnesota Wild 5-2, even with their two great forwards, apparently. Alright, it's charging. My God, spoiled ass brat over here. And for a second, I thought this was the cat. Alright, falling apart over here. Big win against the Devils, 7-2, and we are a month away from getting Sebastian Aho back in the lineup. He just opened up the damn closet on his own. But nice 4-game winning streak here. Dan out with a concussion until the 20th, so the rookie is missing a month. Unfortunate. Franchise. So we have a franchise player in this draft. Tony Hermy. Oh, and he's a Wayne Gretzky comparison. I don't like that. So he's a Wayne Gretzky comparison. That's the literal best you could hope for. But I don't think we need him right now. We've got Andrei Svechnikov, and he's going to be our franchise cornerstone. So, nice. But there we go. There is... I mean, the Canes have done well without a lot of players. This season we've had a lot of injuries, and we've managed to do okay despite all that. Aho's back for the team's next game. It's a broken leg, though, so I'm actually going to wait until closer to the 16th to let him play, just because I absolutely do not want him getting hurt. Because if he misses another 3 months, he misses the playoffs now. Boston has fired their coach. Big overtime win against Montreal. Slavin out until the 18th, so the Canes are just falling apart here. I put Aho back into the lineup by hitting best line, so it looks like he's okay. 2-1 win and then a 3-0 shutout win. 5-2 win and the Canes. Solid performance here. So Jacob Slavin is back. Aho's also back. Welcome, viewer. And Martin Necas. A solid 50-point season so far in 56 games. That's really good. He did a good job taking over. I do want that to be the second line, though. Oh, hey, Trevor, what's up? But yeah, so solid. Miss anything? Not really. Aho just came back from a broken leg. So he was out for 3 months, and the Canes are still killing it, as you can see. So, very happy about that. Not much else, honestly. Does this mic work well for you? Like, are there any issues? I had a little bit of issues setting it up, but I don't think there have been any issues since. But just let me know. Alright. So it works fine. Cool. So Aho is back. We're going to be a conservative buyer once again, and we will enter the trade deadline. Yeah, the Sharks aren't great, even with you. That's just kind of crazy. Keith Yandle's the best player available. That should tell you all you need to know about this draft, or this free agency. Burns and Fleury Who does it have the Canes interested in? Fleury for some reason? Suter. Philip Forsberg wouldn't be a terrible addition to this team. Evander Kane, Hampus Lindholm, Ryan Pulock wouldn't be bad either, and Tomas Hertl. One player has been traded. 2 picks to the San Jose Sharks in exchange for Evander Kane. Trade for you. I can't swing that, man. You're gonna be so expensive. Plus, what are you a center? You're a left winger, aren't you? I could. Oh, you missed the top player in this draft class is a franchise right winger playmaker that has a Gretzky comparison. Burns, Nygaard, and Enstrom for Samuel Poulin, a second round pick in next year's draft, and a third round pick in next year's draft. That's craziness. So let's go around and see if there's any players that I could maybe swing a deal for that aren't terribly expensive. So let's take this trade real quick. The Winnipeg Jets have traded for Zaitsev and Lucas Sbisa, so they're just looking for terrible defensemen apparently. Kubalik, another left winger. I'm gonna see if I can trade for Shaw this time around. He doesn't fit in the system. Oh, excuse me. No teams are really trying to like super sell this year. Saad has 6 years left on his contract. Never mind. Mesnikov might not be a terrible addition to this roster. Forward line 1 is the only fit. Nothing for Edmonton. Frank Vetrano. Nola Chari. I'll try and trade for Vetrano here, I think. I'll just see if he's a good fit. None. Okay. What about Achari? He's a little older. None as well. Gross. Dustin Brown. I could actually use some help on the right wing. I know Brown's like a little old. 37. We can get him another Stanley Cup. Fit in the top 6 forward lines. That's a little annoying. But I feel like I can get him on the cheap here. For like a 4th. Yeah. Again, I just want like one depth piece. And I think that kind of fits the bill of what I'm trying to make here. As far as it may only be at the trade deadline. I may only like acquire one depth player a year just to kind of solidify the roster. It's not taking a spot away from any prospects that I really care about. So when we get to March 1st, we'll take a look and see what the roster's looking like. 2 wins post-trade deadline, always good to see. And a 4th round pick, that's a meaningless asset. I'm never going to regret trading a 4th round pick. So let's go best lines here. Let's get Dustin Brown in the lineup on the 3rd line. So that's actually perfect here. It does take Fost out of the lineup, but I'm okay with that. How's Dan doing in his rookie year? Not bad, 40 points. Okay, pretty solid. For the 10th overall pick, getting 40 points in your rookie season is never a bad thing. And he's only played in 53 games, so solid stuff. Defensively, it shouldn't look any different. I actually thought, hey, who should we trade? Fleury or Bean? But now they're both playing, and Gardner's actually the one that's scratched. He still has a year left on his contract, but I could probably swing something for him. So I probably could have gotten something at the deadline for this year's draft, but I might be able to get like a first round pick for Gardner at the draft. But so that's looking good. I don't know where Dustin Brown is at in terms of points, but we'll check at the end of the season just to kind of see how much of an impact that addition made to the roster. Dougie Hamilton out with injured ribs just for a week, so not too bad. He's actually back already, so clearly didn't hurt him that bad. Canes are on a decent winning streak here, though. They've won 4 games, we can see, but they also won that game against Tampa after the deadline. Big win against the Caps. It looks like this is a playoff team here. We have not clinched a playoff spot yet, but we're getting there. So there's the Tony Herm, the franchise player with a Wayne Gretzky comparison. And I'm looking for gems and busts here because I'm actually curious. We have a gem! Victor Brelin, a 19-year-old player out of Russia, so he's actually an overager. Hasn't played. Man, my scouts, he's gotten 10 minutes of ice time per game, 4 penalty minutes, and 9 games played, and my scouts are ready to risk it all for him. Confidence is his only strength. That's not great. His skating is bad. So he's definitely a name to look out for, but the skating concerns are definitely a concern for me as well. But there's some big wins there. And yeah, the Canes are a playoff team. Dan out with a fractured left elbow. That's very specific, but he'll be out until the end of the first round. Jake Bean will be out until the very end of the season. He's actually back already. So, going up against Ottawa, there's a win. Dougie Hamilton broke his hand, so the Canes lose their top pairing defenseman for the playoffs. He'll be out for the majority of the playoffs, actually, and that is a heartbreaker for us. Last game of the season, Nino and Trocheck get goals. So did Geeky. Trocheck has a hat trick now. Third period, Taylor Hall just makes it not a shutout for Chris. How rude of him. So the Canes clinched the conference, and will be facing the Washington Capitals in the first round of the playoffs. I love that, getting some bad blood. So despite missing, well, yeah, Aho, wow, he missed almost half the season. Still had 38 points, so a really solid season, all things considered. Dustin Brown in his games with the Hurricanes, 18 games, 8 points. Definitely not the pace he was at. Well, it's about the pace he was at, actually. So again, not great. He wasn't getting any power play time. He wasn't getting a ton of time on ice either. But you know what? He was, he helped. And I'm going to say that he helped. I don't know. No game-winning goals, but that's fine. Dan finished with 47 points in 66 games, a very solid number. And Nikita Gusev, our free agent addition, 71 points, really solid here. So the Canes did really well. Rookie skaters, so other rookie skaters, Jake Bean with a few points, Jeremy Bracco also with a few points when he came into the lineup. So I'm happy with this. And also Jake Gardner's a very capable replacement for Dougie Hamilton. Obviously you can't replace him, but inserting Gardner into the lineup isn't going to hurt here. Game 1 though, first period, Svechnikov gets a goal. And Kuznetsov scores for the Capitals. It's pretty much all caps. And the Canes almost tie it. Bean and Pesci with the goals. Let's see those Sharks. Oh yeah, shoot. I forgot to check like other players. But Pesci with a multi-point game. That's kind of funny. Um, so here, real quick, let's check the goalies. So Chris with a solid couple outings this season. Only 28 starts behind Peter Mrazek, who's an 83, but that's still pretty good. So let's see. Let me stay rookie skaters. I didn't have a ton of goalies. Oh shit. Let's go all the way up and see. I don't believe Anaheim picked anybody. Neither did Arizona. Boston didn't either. Nobody went to Buffalo, thank God. Nobody went to Calgary. I'm just checking this to make sure we didn't have any creative players going on these teams. It's a little tedious, but I just want to be sure. So Ben Hefner, right-handed defenseman with 21 points in his first season in the NHL. The rest of the Avs had no creative players. No Columbus. Dallas, Will Looper, 30 points. So far, Dan McLaughlin with 47 points is the leader. Brandon Emery will probably get the Calder. He was not a player on the list, though. He was not a creative player, at least. We're getting down there. I feel like Florida had one. They did not. Quentin Byfield only appeared in 19 games for the... Okay, so here, Kevin beating Elise by 1 point for the team lead. Prince, will you not attack my feet? So Elise with 53 points. Kevin with 54 points.
Damn it, Kevin!
I got you, Jelly Cat. I got you, Jelly. Don't hit me. I'll hit you back.
He said, bet.
He attacked me, and so I attacked him again.
Girl, put your records on. Tell me your
Okay,
song.
Montreal
Go on, girl.
did not pick anybody. Nashville did not pick anybody either. Oh. Half of New Jersey's team was rookies, apparently.
Alexa, play Gallery Piece by Montreal.
My player, 41 points.
Alexa, volume 3. Alexa, turn down.
Is it still loud?
Alexa, turn down. Alexa, turn down. Prince, why are you sleeping on a bag?
Oh, this weird cat, man.
Crackhead for what?
Again, I just want to make sure. So, Trevor, we are almost to San Jose. Here we are, 43 points.
San Josie.
So, but for reference, the San Jose Sharks didn't do all that poorly, actually. Wow. Points wise, but then after you, it drops. So it was like a top heavy team, and then nobody did well after that. So, not a Calder season for our franchise player, but you will be getting there. Why is he sitting like that? Why is he sitting like this? Like,
Alexa, restart song.
okay. But yeah, so those are the stats for the season.
What are the opening lyrics of the song?
I don't know. I don't. So we're going into game 2 of the playoffs now. Brett Pesce leading the team with 2 points in that first game. So nothing doing for the Canes in the first period other than Teravainen scoring. They're losing 2-1. No score after the second, third period. Dustin Brown scores with 8 seconds left to actually make the game look more close than it really was, but yeah.
I wanna squeeze your thighs, I wanna kiss your eyelids and corrupt your dreams.
This is chaotic again. First period. Teravainen and Necas scoring.
What's Trevor saying?
Ouch.
Ow.
See? So we're on the verge of getting swept, and
I wish you could see the crackhead energy that Prince is displaying right now.
Cat, why are you being like this? That seemed safe. So the AHL season is over, and Chicago's a playoff team. The Canes are about to not be a playoff team, though, because they're doing really bad. Geeky with the goal. Oh my gosh. Okay, Bracco, Shea, and Teravainen with goals. Foss scoring. Do I want to watch the Canes lose on the road to the Washington Capitals? I guess I'm ready to get hurt again, but I don't think this team is quite ready to be a Stanley Cup contender. We're close, but goaltending is very clearly not it right now. Peter Mrazek is not the answer. Yeah.
Yes.
Peter Mrazek is not the answer in goal that I think we're looking for. So, anyways, here comes Slavin. I was looking. So yeah, that's just, yeah. So here we go. Aho wins the faceoff back to Brett Pesce, who is the first pairing defenseman for the Hurricanes. Stick lift by Kuznetsov, and Brett Pesce makes him very aware of the fact that he cannot do that. Svechnikov with the puck. Dangled. Pretty bad play, actually, and Carlson has it for the Caps. Pesce's not going to let him enter the zone, though. Not at least without a fight. Just kidding. So there's Daniel Sprong. Shot and a goal. So the Canes have been swept. Not great considering we went to, I believe, the second round in our first season. And we actually got better. So, yeah. Not great. But we will sim to the draft and see what happens. Oh, Nino's back, guys. We did have a lot of injuries, and that did affect a lot of things. So we were missing Dan and Nino for a little bit of that series. Typical Canes, I know, right? So second round for the oh, they're in the third round for the AHL playoffs. The Calder Cup playoffs. I can't think of that. So here's the last draft rankings. Oh no, this is the May draft rankings. So again, nothing set in stone, but we know that this guy's a medium top 6 forward now. Wouldn't be a terrible pick. I am still kind of worried about his skating though. But so the current round of the playoffs is over. So once again, Chicago heading to the second, or to the Calder Cup final for the second year in a row. And Toronto winning for the second year in a row, so that's a little annoying. But draft lottery, Boston, Nashville, and the Islanders winning the draft lottery. Pretty crazy. But so Boston will be getting the next Wayne Gretzky. That's convenient. We found two other gems. Billy Drury, definitely a created player. We don't know a ton about him. He's projected to go early second round. Oh, so that's how that keeps falling.
Oh my god.
And then Topi Esquiel. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do with that.
I don't fucking know. Oh my god. Oh my god.
So yeah, we have 3 gems in the draft. I'm excited for that. I think that that's going to be something to keep an eye on.
Oh my god! Prince! Dumbass.
So I need a new coach for Chicago. Our cat is currently freaking out. And I think he's trying to get out some energy, but he's doing it in... really want to open up the windows. But fine. So the 27th overall pick belongs to Carolina, so I guess we won the President's Trophy this year. Means nothing to me. Yes, we can open up the damn blinds. So I guess I'll pick Billy Drury here. Our scouts say that he's a kitten. I should say that he's a kitten.
He's a fucking crackhead is what he is.
Yeah, he's a kitten, and so he just has like a lot of kitten energy. We're waiting on him to mellow out, and I just don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon because he's just kind of stupid. So will you stop now, please?
Well, at least he can fight himself.
Yeah, he sees himself. Okay. But anyways, Billy Drury, 64 overall sniper with low elite potential. That's a really solid pick for 27th overall. I'm definitely very happy that we got this pick. Looks like his biggest strength is his shooting, and his weakness is defense, so that's actually not surprising. Everything else is just kind of average, but a solid pick to look at right now. No other options here. Frederick Gilson. I picked a goalie in Krista already, but I think another one in the system won't hurt. 71 overall. Wow. That's really good, actually. He's instantly becoming our best prospect. Round, Yuri Zubov is the best player available. However, I am going to go ahead and pick medium. Oh, there's a medium in the fourth round. Cool. But I'm actually going to go pick a low elite left defenseman. He'll be available next time, but I'm going to go ahead and pick Victor. The skating and everything else does concern me about this player, but the top 6 potential makes me think that he'll be pretty good. Yeah, 52 overall is not good at age 19, but there's hope that he'll turn into a decent prospect. 182nd overall now. I guess we didn't have a pick for a while. This is just kind of where you go ahead and pick the best player available according to your thing. He doesn't know his name, so I'm assuming he's just not going to respond to us. No. The goalie was a steal.
Well, it's Skylar, baby. He knows his
Vyacheslav
Come here, baby.
He doesn't know his name.
I'm telling you, he knows his name.
Okay. Another 19-year-old Russian.
Prince.
Is he pooping? No.
No, he's just fucking around with stuff. That's why he's not coming.
Oh, he knows he's in trouble.
Prince, come here, baby.
So we'll pick another. I don't know. We're just gonna see what happens here. Medium bottom six. That's our only bad pick of the draft up until this point.
Prince. So you looked right at me when I called his name. Prince.
I'll pick another goalie just because I think that that's gonna be worth.
Hi, baby. Stop being crappy.
If you get up. So yeah, 6 picks and only one of them was bad. I would call that draft a success. I'll take a look at the awards now. See what's up. So Carolina winning the President's Trophy. Unfortunately, that doesn't mean anything because we lost in the first round. So no Canes players or prospects winning awards, it looks like. Actually, no, wait. Suzuki, most points in the regular season. That's really good. Forgot that I didn't get rid of him this time around. MVP as well, going to him. Patrick Pistola for the most outstanding rookie. Okay, so Chicago was like stacked. Jeremy Helvig was the best goalie. Golly, look at that. So Suzuki with 77 points in 76 games in the AHL. That's really solid. Pistola with 45 points, being the highest scoring rookie on that team.
Oh, Prince Pretty.
Yes, Prince Pretty with 44 points. You can't deny his beauty shot. He is everything that we are not.
She's my passion.
That is his entrance theme.
Don't fall, silly.
Alright, so everybody on my AHL team needs a new contract now. Definitely going to bring back my head coach because he has taken this team to 2 straight Calder Cup finals appearances, but I don't think I'm going to bring back anybody else on that team. Alright, so we're going to assign some scouts here. Both of my USA...
Not Jade.
2 of my USA scouts need signing here, so I'm going to do that because they're my best scouts. I could do better in the NHL with that scout, so I'm going to do that. And I'm also going to fire this one as well. And then the AHL Pacific, there's literally no point in me scouting the AHL. It does nothing for me. I don't care about other teams' prospects. Just give me their picks or GTFO. So here we go. Yeah, he just needed to get some energy out. So we'll go to the contracts. We'll see which players need a contract now. So Nate just wants a contract. He's definitely getting one. I know, he's getting a little thick. I told you he was going to be a big cat. This is a big cat. Vincent Trocheck needs a contract, and after a very solid 66-point season, I think I'm going to go ahead and sign him. I don't think that that'll be his normal season with us, but I do think that that'll be like over the next 4 years. If I can get like 200 points from him, that's solid. Average of 50 points a season. I'd say that that's pretty good. The Rents does not want a contract, unfortunately. Gonna offer another contract extension to Drury and to Bishop. We'll see what happens with the AHL team. Nikita Gusev does want a contract extension. I'm giving him one because he was excellent this season, only for 3 years. We'll give him a little bit of a pay raise from what we were supposed to give him. I'm not giving Dustin Brown a contract. I'm actually giving Noel Gunler a contract here. And then Nino, 39 points. How much are you looking for? 1 year, 2.525. That's perfect. So we'll do that. I'm also going to sign Zion here and Seth Jarvis. I forgot to make Seth. I forgot to change Seth
I went to
Jarvis.
high school with a guy named Seth Jarvis.
Oh,
I know my brother Tyler Jarvis.
shit. But yeah, I forgot to change Jarvis's overall, so that's a little unfortunate, but I think we'll be okay. Defense, Hayden Fleury wants a contract. I think I'm going to do that because he's looking really good. That gets him locked up for a long time. We'll also get Joey Keane a contract here. Prince Pretty, once again, I'm legally required. And then Ronan Sealy, I gave him like a very small buff. Then I changed it to medium top 60 because I do believe in the kid. So I think we got that. And then that's going to be it. Selgren I keep forgetting to change, but that's fine. That just means I have to get a new place for Gardner. But so Helvig, I'm going to qualify. Same with Makiniemi just because that goalie tandem obviously came close to winning us a Calder Cup. Unsigned prospects, so we have these two goalies in the system. And then out of the prospects we have coming into the system next year, Postma's actually the best. And might end up getting a contract. Yeah, I'm going to trade Gardner and just as soon as free agency rolls around. Robidaw is about it, though. As far as other players that'll get a contract, maybe Chantal, but I doubt it.
That's cute. That means song in French.
Really? Okay, so my AHL head coach didn't
Oh no,
want to.
chanson. Sorry.
So everybody should resign. It's been a dream, or it's an honor. It's an easy decision. Bada bing, bada boom. So there we go. First thing I'm going to do is try and trade Jake Gardner. I don't know what he'll be worth, to be honest with you. Not much. So there's two third round picks. Third and a fourth, third and a fourth, third and a fourth. I think I'm going to do this because it gets me two third round picks. So Jake Gardner for two third round picks in next year's draft. Just helps me out with depth. Okay. So now before I forget anything, let's go ahead and hire an entirely new AHL coaching staff because that seems important. AHL head coach, this one has solid teaching, so I'm going to go with this one right here. Dwayne Mass.
Why does he look like that?
These are all just AI generated art. It's not going to be the best, unfortunately. Go with this guy, the AHL associate coach, Fedotenko. And then I need an assistant coach. This one's actually really good for goalies. I know I keep seeing it go. The last name of Hudobin, they have to be a good goalie coach because Anton is a pretty good goalie. She's not going to say yes. I'm hoping that by offering her way more money than she's worth, we'll make her happy. And then I need to hire 4 new scouts. I need to hire 1 in Russia, 2 NHL scouts. Okay. So let's go NHL, 2 A minus scouts. Not bad, actually. And then I have 1 free reign So that's going to be the WHL.
Is that Sarah Palin?
Yes. And then the best Russian scout available, which is a
What the fuck is
B
this?
minus. I don't know, bro.
It's a wet ass photo. Look at that.
So there's 4 scouts hired. That's all I really needed this off season. So the scout department, we're definitely going to get better in the or the WHL, and then we're really going to get better, or we're going to get slightly better in Russia, but there's nothing crazy going on here in the scouting department. But that's fine. Those will be our best scouts. So now, what do I need? Center-wise, I'm good. And I even have Suzuki, so I may need to make another change. Left wingers, I am also good. Right wingers, I'm fine. I could actually trade Fogel. Defense, I could use a top pairing defenseman. And then I might look at trading Brett Pesce. Goaltending, I'm fine. Chris Coates already ahead of Mrazek in the depth chart. So we might circle back to trading Fogel in just a sec. I just need a goalie. With Chris Coate getting better, I think I'll be fine. Mrazek will be the backup. So I could get John Klingberg here to be on my first pair. He doesn't fit though. I could get... Problem is, like, neither of these are like a huge upgrade. Ekholm would be an upgrade over Pesce, I think. Problem is, he's a lot older. Colton Parayko would be an upgrade, but he's not. He doesn't fit. Darnell Nurse would be a solid second pairing addition for the team, I think. Always been good for me in past streams. That's true. I'll go for him. He's 29. So
He's 14.
he's Swedish, Finnish, I don't know. So there's that. Let's see. Goaltending. Yeah, there aren't really many great upgrades over what we have currently. I could get Korpisalo, but Swede. He's a Swede. Okay, I couldn't remember.
Man, Chevrom's so knowledgeable.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Oh, baby, where you going?
Well,
Go see your papa.
hi. Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty. Hey, baby. Hey, buddy. Okay, I'm gonna get that guy. Alright. So I think I'm done. I'm gonna go ahead and advance the day just to see. So I got one of my coaches, 2 of my coaches, 1 scout, 2 scout. Okay. Alright, so I got 3 of my AHL head coaches. I got a prospect. So I still need an AHL head coach, unfortunately. That isn't this mask guy. Pascal Peltier. And there we go. We'll advance another day. That's my 3rd scout, 4th scout. So scouting's done. I got the other prospect I wanted. I got my AHL head coach. Cool. And John Klingberg. Okay. So now that everything is set up, I get some playoff experience.
Oh my god.
What?
Oh my god, I just saw my ass handed to me. Hang the hell on. Oh my god. Okay, let me try that again. Stop. Oh, it was like.
I saw. I'm gonna trade Fogle to Anaheim. Anaheim's like my go-to team whenever I have a prospect that like, or whenever I have like a player that I need to trade. I'm gonna try and swing a 3rd round pick and a 6th round pick from them. Boom. Okay, now let's see if Arizona wants to take Brett Pesce from me. So I'm gonna have a lot of picks in this next draft. Fogle to San Jose. No, man. I need to give that. Okay, so trading him to Buffalo. It's not ideal. It's crazy how inflated picks are in this game.
Why is their level 63 Ahsoka so good? What the hell's happening?
You want him to go to San Jose? If they don't want him, then that's their fault. Okay. I'm gonna have to take a skate, like a rookie skater from them. Okay, so Pesce and one of my many draft picks. For Logan Stank Oven. So,
What the fuck? Oh my god. That entire computer.
okay. But, so there we go.
Bendy revive.
Yes. If they have
Data.
hey,
Yep.
there's a Ponomarev highlight. That I just retweeted. Let me actually plop that in the Discord real quick. That way everybody can see it. But yeah, so I'm gonna edit my trade block and take everybody off of it. I don't want anybody trade exclusively with San Jose. I mean, I'm okay with letting San Jose get a little bit better, but when it's time, when it's time for the Canes to be a cup contender, and if the Sharks are at that point too, I don't want them to be better. You know? Alright. Getting all these damn trades. I'm just trying to play this game. But so is the headset working? It's all, audio's all clean and fine and good. Okay, we'll edit the lines real quick. Cool. So the lines: Teravainen, Aho Svechnikov, Necas Gusev. I'm gonna do that. Okay. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna test and see how this works. It does seem a bit quieter than usual. Okay, is this any better? I turned down the microphone level because I was playing with it. So Teravainen, Aho Svechnikov, Dan, Necas Niederreiter. So the bottom two lines are kind of thrown together, but I think it'll be fine. Um, Alright, so Klingberg, Slavin, Shea and Hamilton, Bean and Fleury. I like that enough. I think that's a fine defensive pairing. Goaltending is Chris Kout over Mrazek. Scratched Bracco and Ryan Suzuki. Let's not scratch Ryan Suzuki here. Um, okay, that actually makes it worse. So that's fine. I'll take Suzuki out for now, and I'll put Geeky in, but I will put Bracco in over Fast. I'll put Fast in. We'll see what happens. So that's the NHL lineup. The AHL lineup is looking really good. This is the prospect that I just decided to sign. There's just a lot of talent on this roster already. It's only going to get better. I think that's a contender for another championship. He's not bad. He's done all right. All right. So we will go ahead and sim to the trade deadline, and then we'll see where we're at as far as, how tired we are and everything. I might go to bed a little early tonight, but we'll see. Don't. Sleepy kitty now. He ran out all his energy. He's taking a little nap. Bro, he's so big. Yeah, I mean, Shea's been fine. And, in the game, he sims really well. So, I'm obviously going to keep him around if he sims well. You know? Okay. So the players on the waivers now. And the preseason is complete. I think we're good on scouting. There's a win to start the season with the Carolina Hurricanes. against the Tampa Bay Lightning. We lose to San Jose, unfortunately, and to Tampa. So we are, you know what? Bit of a rough start for the Canes. It's a new lineup, trying to get to know each other. This is usually this third season is typically where my teams start to struggle a little bit for some reason. I don't know why. That's typically where the teams start to struggle. So the top of the draft class here has a few medium elite players. Um, no gems or busts so far, but that doesn't surprise me. Yeah, the team's not doing great. We're 500 right now. But we've beaten the league's worst team, Arizona, twice now. Poor Coyotes of one win. Lost to Philly to end the month. We will once again lose to Philly. So 4-5-1 to end the month of October is not great. Hoping for a better November here. Well, it starts off with a 7-6 win over Buffalo, and that's pretty solid, I'd say. Now we beat the Rangers to get back over 500. Now you got Columbus, that's a loss. So dang it, Canes are right back where they were. A good draft year for rookies. That's great because we have a ton of picks. Klingberg out with a sore shoulder until the 25th. We'll go with best lines and just kind of see what happens. It may end up actually helping us out if we roll with best lines after Klingberg returns. So we'll see. We're obviously missing our top pairing defenseman. But from what it seems like, the Canes are doing well. So Klingberg is back for games against Detroit, who's actually doing really well. And the Islanders, we lose to Detroit, but we win against the Islanders. We're 10-9-2. And there's another win. Okay, here come the Canes. All right. 3 straight wins heading into Washington. Oh, no, this is at home, actually, and a shootout loss. Okay. December 1st, 12-9-3. That's a much better record. Definitely November was a better month for the Hurricanes. A 1-0 overtime win. That's a thriller right there, folks. Just an absolute barn burner of a game. Anyways, the December draft rankings, again, nothing has really changed. And we have a gem, though, Colin Sullivan, projected to go middle of the second round. A center that's pretty much a two-way forward. He's a good passer. His character and work ethic is good. But his skating, face-offs, and agility are not great, apparently. He will require a few more viewings, though. But it's good to see that we already have a gem, although we don't know what type of player he is. 6-1 win against the Toronto Maple Leafs. A 2-0 win against the Flyers. First time we've beaten the Flyers all season long. I believe that's our last game against them. New Jersey has fired their coach. And the Canes, every time they get a win streak going, they lose. They haven't had a win streak longer than 3. Look at those Sharks. Where are they? Isn't Trocheck out with a concussion? Oh, hey, they're in a wild card spot. Good on you. 5-3 win. Okay. At least we're converting some of these losses into overtime losses, so we can at least get the pity point. But, it doesn't really help, unfortunately. Teravainen out with back spasms? Oof. Trevor, do you remember which team... Oh, he went to Dallas, didn't he? So he didn't play, because I checked Dallas and goaltending. He didn't play. I was going to ask which team Smushy got drafted to, but I remember Dallas picked right before me. Cat is snoring right now. It's really cute. 7-0 shutout win over the Avalanche. That is a good old-fashioned mollywhopping right there. I don't know how the Avalanche can come back from that. At least it was on the road for them. Like, so at least they were on the road. Otherwise, you know, their home fans would have been mad. Hamilton once again out with an injury. This time a stomach injury keeping him out of the lineup. Bracco out with an injured shoulder for just a little bit. Hamilton is back in the lineup. And the Canes with a 2-1 win. Bracco should be backo. Funny joke, Matt.
You keep telling yourself that.
I do. And Trocheck is back. Yeah, he's a really cute cat. Alright, any more info on this gem? Oh, we have another one here. Radek Hemsky, whose team's logo is legitimately just an E. He's also projected to go in the second round. He's currently being scouted. We are not scouting Colin Sullivan, though. So I'm going to go ahead and get a potential in comparison on him. We know more about his strengths, weaknesses, and then his skills. Don't really know a ton else about him. So there we go. Boom, big win against the Rangers. The Canes are finally starting to string together some consecutive wins. But again, 3-game winning streak, and then we lose in the shootout to Toronto. And then to Buffalo the next night. Yeah, so I'm happy with the way the team is performing right now. I do wish that Dan was a better fit for the team, because 85 overall is really good. Might be the best he ever gets, but we'll see. A new record for win streaks this season, 5 games. After a slow start, it seems like the Canes are kind of back to how they were. 6-game winning streak now. We'll go ahead and make it 7 with that win over Anaheim, sweeping that season series. And I got some Discord notifications to look at. Okay. I think this is a good enough team to win the Stanley Cup. That may be bold, but we're on a 9-game winning streak right now. And I honestly, I believe that this team is good. And I believe that this team is good enough to win the Stanley Cup. Max Pacioretty to St. Louis. Ryan Ellis to St. Louis as well. Man, they loaded up. Only big trade, though. Into the last game of the season. I think I'm good to go until the end of the year. 10-game win streak was snapped against Tampa, but really impressive to see the Canes kind of claw their way to the top of the division, or at least very close to the top, because the Flyers...
To the top.
Okay. The Flyers still hold that top spot in the division, however, the Hurricanes are creeping up on them and are in a playoff spot. Broken collarbone for Chris Cote, though, so that does throw a wrench in our playoff hopes. It's not the end of the world because Mrazek is still a capable starter. However, it does hurt because we lose our starting goaltender for at least the first 2 rounds. It's possible that he comes back in the second round, but yeah, dang, just absolute gut-wrenching loss for the Canes there. Yeah, that's upsetting. But anyways, the last game of the season, I don't think the Canes are playing for anything here. But we're playing against Columbus. Aho and Bean scoring. Aho and Niederreiter scoring. And then the Canes give up 2 goals in the third, but they win the last game of the season 4-3 against Columbus. They lose the division title, which is fine. And they will be playing, more than likely, the Capitals again. Yep. So it's Canes versus Caps again. You sent me a text. Oh, it's just six pictures of Prince.
Oh, just 6 pictures of Prince.
I'm sitting right next to him. First period, game 1. Niederreiter and Zach Hyman scoring goals for the Hurricanes. Second period, the Canes get a goal from Zach Hyman again. And the third period, Dougie Hamilton scoring and Dan McLaughlin, with what I believe could be his first playoff goal. So the Carolina Hurricanes with a pretty strong win. Nice Jewish boy Zach Hyman with a 3-point game. And I forgot to take a look at the stats, folks. So Svetch with 85 points, once again leading the team in points. Aho 84, Natchez with 80, Teravainen 76, and Dan improving on his last season's point totals by 12. Solid season from Klingberg as well. And Hamilton. Trocheck missing a chunk of games really hurt. Goaltending. Losing Chris Cote hurts. However, his save percentage wasn't great. Helvig actually won both of his starts, so that's good to see. Rookie skaters, I don't believe the Canes had many this year. Suzuki actually played in 67 games and had 32 points, so just kidding. Gulner played in 82 games and had 18 points, so not great. He didn't improve, neither did Suzuki. Those are probably off-season growth points. I'm a big dummy and forgot to check where we are. The only people that are ever going to watch this are Smushy and Trevor, so let's be honest. Smushy, you come in, rookie season as a starter, 39, 22, and 5 record with a 913 save percentage. Very good. You've already won your first playoff game as well. So there we go for Dallas. There's on the Islanders.
Not drink alcohol, Chris.
I had 52 points. I'm definitely a sniper. 33 goals and only 19 assists. My player really just said, screw passing, huh? Oh yeah, Elise and Kevin. So Elise led the Minnesota Wild in points with 63 points.
Hey!
That's such a delayed reaction. And San Jose, Trevor with 65 points, leading the San Jose Sharks.
Please tell me why that looks so uncomfortable.
And so yeah, there we go. Those are the stats.
Gang, gang!
So game 2 here. Dougie Hamilton, but Orlov takes the lead again for the Caps. Third period, Natchez scores with 31 seconds left to tie it. An absolute thriller here at home. And the Hurricanes are staying alive. Why is he sitting like that? Oh, give me 2 seconds. Alright. Can you hear? Alright. Can you hear this alright? Um. Oh, we scored already. Okay. So the Canes win. I have no idea who scored. None whatsoever. So let's take a look at the instant replay, folks. So the Carolina Hurricanes are going to win the faceoff. So that is Necas winning the puck back, getting it to Slavin. So Slavin gets it to Svechnikov, who passes it to Teravainen, who's going to score, and that puck is actually going to go off of a Capitals defender, I believe. Maybe. Nope, that's a clean shot. So that's going to be Necas' goal from Svechnikov and Slavin. Canes win 3-2 and take a 2-0 series lead. Hey, kitty, wake up. Well, good morning. Do you like sitting on the target bag? Oh, he just had a hiccup. Oh, he's got the hiccups. Oh, buddy. Oh my god. Do you have the hiccups? Oh my god. So Dan scoring a short-handed goal. Oh, he looks kind of pissed now. Second period, though, Svech, Suzuki, and Svech again scoring. And the third period, wow! Svechnikov with the hat trick, Dan with his second, Zach Hyman and Martin Necas scoring. So the Canes just absolutely drubbing the Capitals 8-1. First period, game 4, no score. And the second period, the Canes get goals from Gusev and Svechnikov. And the third period, Canes win. Gusev scoring his second and Niederreiter scoring. The Canes with a dominant series. Peter Mrazek looking excellent in net for the Hurricanes there. Great feedback. I don't know. I know that. Gusev was a good pickup. 77 points last year. 50 some odd points this year. In the first round.
Oh my god, somebody I went to high school with had a baby and named it Zinlee. Zynlee.
3 points in that first series, so not too bad either. Just a really solid performance from him. Like very consistent. It seems like the first line kind of carried the play there because obviously Teravainen with 8 points.
How could you name this beautiful baby Zinlee?
Baby, I don't ask questions.
That's fucking.
I just
what?
work. I just work here. Necas with a power play goal in the first period. Second period, Dan and then Necas has a hat trick. Both goals pretty much scored from the same spot. Where was his goal in the first period? Scored same exact damn. Oh no, wait, no. Okay.
Hello?
Third period. That's a Canes win though.
That Papillon is getting freaked out.
I hate that. Alright, we'll sim to the next game. And we've got more Canes and Sabres here. Game 2 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. First period, Suzuki with a goal, Ristolainen tied it. Bowie with another goal, and then the third period, Canes lose thanks to Taylor Hall, but Suzuki did get a power play goal. Nice to see him doing well. Teravainen with 10 points in 6 games in these playoffs. Only one of those is a goal, and it was an overtime winner. Buffalo with 5 goals in the first period, 7 goals now, and that's an 8-1 loss for the Canes. Zach Hyman, thank you for making it not a shutout. You love to see it. Canes down 2-1 in the series now after that embarrassing defeat. Going into Game 4, Buffalo with 2 goals there, 3 goals. Canes tie it though, thankfully. Gusev with his first goal in a little bit, Klingberg with a goal, and Svechnikov with a power play goal. We're heading to overtime. This is a must-win game for the Carolina Hurricanes. Prolong the series just a little bit, and you get your starter back, and you hopefully, offset some of the goals that you've been allowing. It's clear that Mrazek hasn't been it this series, but he was it last series, so I don't know. Maybe an upgrade in goal will help. I don't know how it works. But here comes the trade deadline. I'm dumb. Here comes the game. Natchez and Eichel. Yes, I get the joke. Here's Eichel with the puck now. Board battle. And Dahlin with it. Svechnikov gets it to Natchez. Natchez carrying the puck up the ice. Stops. Gets it to Svech. Shot. Blocked on the way through by Dahlin. It's a battle of the 2018 draft and the top 2 there. Eichel with it to Hall. Great play by the Canes defender John Klingberg again to break up the play. And here we go. The Canes are on a rush here. John Klingberg gets it to Svech. Shot. Save. Score. Svechnikov wins it for the Hurricanes. And the Canes tie the series. That was another much-needed win for the Hurricanes there. I don't think they would have been able to make it from down 3-1. A 2-2 series is a much more manageable series. Oh, good yawn. Yeah, he's a sleepy boy right now. I'm good. Thank you, though. Geeky with his first goal of the playoffs, and Niederreiter scoring in the first period. Second period, Dan with 2 goals, and Aho with a goal there. Third period, Dan with a hat trick, Aho with another one, and Klingberg. So the Canes getting their 8-goal win. And all of a sudden, the Canes have turned this series around. And here we go, folks. Game 4. Carolina. It's on the side of the bed. I will need it tonight though. First period, Aho with power play goal. Second period, Aho with his second. Shea scoring as well. Third period, Canes win. Svechnikov sends the Canes to the Eastern Conference Finals. And wow. After the Canes went down a little bit in the series, I did get a little worried. Chris Crow is back for the Eastern Conference Final. Huge. Alright, so. I don't know. He just kind of roams. Alright, playoff round is complete. No, he's right here. I know. This is going to be Canes versus Leafs in the conference final, like we've seen that before. And it's going to be Blues versus Jets. Interesting series so far. No score in the first. Second period, Gusev with a goal and Aho with a power play goal as well. Third period, that's a Canes win. Natchez gets the game winner with Trocheck and Fleury adding goals for the Canes. So a solid performance. It looks like Mrazek is still in goal for the Hurricanes. Teuvo Teravainen leading the team in points despite only having one goal is kind of hilarious. I'm not going to lie. Gusev and Gunler with his first career playoff goal, but Gusev with his second of the series. Second period, Jake Bean with a power play goal from a pretty bad angle, so that's a good shot. Third period, Canes lose. Austin Matthews with the game winner. So it's been a close series. Neither team has really given a whole lot here. St. Louis is winning their series 2-0. Speaking of 2-0, Teravainen with his second of the playoffs and Trocheck scoring here. Second period, Nylander gets a goal, and then the third period, Canes win. Natchez scoring a power play goal, and Dan McLaughlin getting the empty net insurance marker. Nino out with a sore foot until probably the start of the next round, I'd say. I don't imagine him coming into the lineup anytime sooner. But Central Scouting rankings here, we'll take a look. And Sullivan, medium top six forward is what we're finding out here about him. Jackson McAllister, we are scouting. This is a new player. And Radek Hemsky, my scout has been scouting for forever, and we know nothing about this player. Getting a little nervous because I doubt always to pick on him. But McAllister might be interesting, and Sullivan might be an interesting option as well. But so we're heading into game number 4 with the Canes with a 2-1 lead in the series. First period. Canes with another 2-goal lead. Teravainen with his third of the playoffs. Geeky with another goal for the Canes. Second period, Teravainen with another goal. Natchez with a shorty, and Suzuki scoring here. Third period, that's just another goal for former Leaf Zach Hyman. And we score. Canes. Here we go. Teravainen with 2 goals in that game, bringing his point totals to 22 in 14 games. He's been excellent in the playoffs for the Canes. Just an absolutely great puck distributor. Dan McLaughlin with 2 goals. He's also been really good. Gusev, the ever-reliable player with another goal. Second period, second goal of the game for Gusev. Third period, Dan gets his hat trick. It's his second playoff hat trick, or second hat trick of the playoffs. And the Carolina Hurricanes have eliminated the Toronto Maple Leafs. Let's take a look at the playoff stats. The Canes have only played in 15 games these playoffs. And leading the team in goals, and it's not even particularly close, is Dan McLaughlin with 11 goals. Nikita Gusev with 14 points in 15 games. Just a solid player all around. I've been very happy with that addition. We're going to simulate the day, though, see what happens. And it's going to be a Game 7 in the Blues versus the Jets. Round is complete. Nino is back for the Carolina Hurricanes. And it's going to be Canes versus Jets in the Stanley Cup Final. Game 1. First period, Dan with his 12th of the playoffs on the power play. Scheifele ties it. Third period tie game. Noel Gunler with 45 seconds left. The unlikely hero in game 1? Wouldn't call him a hero yet. It's definitely looking like it. And Trevor, again, I have to agree. Gusev was a great pickup, and he continues to be a great pickup for the Hurricanes. Just continuing to produce. And Winnipeg wins game 1. Sorry, I was looking at this highlight. Seems like most of the overtimes in this game will finish up pretty early. So we'll quit. Alright. So Kane's looking for revenge in game 2. Also, the tweet I just retweeted on the Prospects account was a really nice little toe drag move. And great vision from Ponomarev to set up an almost goal. I don't know how Groshev didn't score there. But those two players have been finding a lot of chemistry at the World Juniors. Hamilton scoring to tie the game up in the first period. Second period, Svech with 2 goals, Trocheck with 1. And the Canes win, Svechnikov with a hat-trick, and Gunler again scoring a goal for the Hurricanes. Suzuki out with back spasms for until the 29th. We're at the 24th now, so it's actually not too big of a deal considering Game 5 will be on the 28th. We should see Suzuki back in that game. Tie series heading to Winnipeg. Game 3, first period no score. Second period, Winnipeg gets a goal from Vesalainen. The Canes win in the third, though. Dan McLaughlin with, I believe, his 13th of the playoffs. Aho with a power play goal wins it for the Hurricanes. And just like that, folks, the Canes take a 2-1 series lead. The series just flipped. Suzuki's actually back for Game 4. So he only missed the one game, which is really good. First period, Dan with his 14th of the playoffs. Second period, Niederreiter coming back in the lineup, scoring a goal. So definitely a back and forth series here. Neither team giving an inch. And we're going to overtime. So here we are. Here we are, Martin Necas with the face-off against Mark Scheifele. Necas wins it back to John Klingberg. Klingberg gets around an attack player, but unfortunately Necas gets it poked away and the Canes are going to have to double back. Jacob Slavin all the way up to Martin Necas, who had to reach very far forward to get that. Klingberg gets it. The Winnipeg Jets love the poke check. Shot from Klingberg cannot go. Great save by the Winnipeg goaltender. And my internet connection sucks apparently right now. So I may have to turn off my laptop. But we'll see. Svechnikov on a break. Possible 2-on-1 for the Canes. Shot. Hellebuck with the save. And the Carolina Hurricanes with probably the best chance of overtime. That's what you love to see. A second-year player, Dan McLaughlin, leading the league in goals for the playoffs. Necas on the face-off against Scheifele once again. Wins it back to Slavin. Christian Vesalainen. Slavin with a nice play to break that pass, to break that rush up. And Gusev with the puck on his stick now. Nino Niederreiter, the Canes' second line, out on the ice. Cole Perfetti now. Patrick Laine. Morrissey. Ehlers. Okay. Slavin gets it. Klingberg broke up that rush. Aho skating in now. I forgot that he's the center on this line. Jeez. Nino with a shot. Oh, and it will not go. Brady Shea. On Ehlers. Perfetti and Chris Coates going to cover that up. Here come the Canes. Dougie Hamilton up to Nikita Gusev, and the Canes are going to start something here. Niederreiter turned it over to Edler, excuse me. And now Stastny with it. That's an interesting. But Gusev has it. Shot to Aho. Save. Hellebuyck. And he's going to cover up the rebound. Otherwise, that might have had a chance, actually. Jacob Slavin, 10th in hits. Again, Jacob bringing that ass here. Slavin. So Sami Niku on the board battle again. Canes are giving the Winnipeg Jets absolute hell in the offensive zone, or the defensive zone, to try and get the puck out. Stastny gets crunched by Brady Shea. And remember, last time that happened, the Canes scored shortly after. This was the last series, I believe, or last season. But Natchez with the puck now behind the net to Brady Shea. He gets bumped off the puck by Wheeler, and that's going to do it for that possession. Edler with it now. Shot. Shea, great work in front to clean up that rebound. That was a bad rebound from Chris Cote there. Teravainen to Svechnikov. Shot. Pad save, no rebound given. And Edler's going to get it out to Vesalainen. Slavin with another nice poke check, and the Canes are going to have possession now. John Klingberg. Gunler. Noah Gunler has had a good series so far. Shot. Saved by Hellebuyck. The read seems to be going stick side on Hellebuyck here. Hyman with it. Morgan Geekie shot. Another save. Stick side. Gunler up along the boards. Scheifele had it. Lost it. Has it again. Chase on with it now. He's carrying up the wing. What a play by the Canes defender to break up that shot. Score. Winnipeg ties the series though. After the Canes had the majority of offensive chances and opportunities, the Canes unfortunately lose game 4, and the series is tied. Canes are 0 for 2 in overtime this series. Good game. Great overtime from the Canes. They just couldn't convert. Hellebuyck was the better goalie. Suzuki scoring a goal. Second period, Gunler with a goal there. And the third period, Canes win with Ryan Suzuki scoring. So 2 goals in his second game back in the lineup for the Hurricanes. And all of a sudden, we're going into Game 6 with the Canes on the verge of a Stanley Cup win. Svechnikov with a goal in the first period to tie the game. Natchez with a power play goal. Third period, we're going minute by minute here, folks. Klingberg, 3-2 Canes. Nothing doing on that power play to get the Canes the chance. Svechnikov, it's 4-2. Another power play, but nothing doing for the Canes. That's okay, though. That's 4 minutes that they don't have to bring it back. 29 seconds left. And here we go, folks. It's what you've all been waiting for. This is actually a lot earlier than we typically start to win. So I'm happy about that. 25 seconds left for the Hurricanes. It's a 4-2 win. Klingberg should get the game-winning goal. Perfetti shot blocked by Slavin. Teravainen to Svechnikov. Svechnikov with the empty net. Dagger scores! And it's a 5-2 game. Carolina is going to stun the Winnipeg Jets at home and win the Stanley Cup. Here we go. Nate just wins it back to Klingberg. And the Carolina Hurricanes are 3, 2, 1. Your Carolina Hurricanes are Stanley Cup champions. Folks, this was a phenomenal, hard fought playoff run for the Hurricanes. Every single player up and down the lineup contributed. My player, my vote for Conn Smythe is Dan McLaughlin. He obviously had the most goals for the Canes, I believe, and just seemed to be a consistent producer up until the very end. I think it'll be Sebastian Aho, but Dan would be my pick. So it's actually going to be Svetch winning the Conn Smythe, which in this series, 6 games, 6 points. Okay, don't think he would have been my pick. Dan would have been my pick. But congrats, Svetch. You are the Conn Smythe winner. Yeah, I was going to say, this is probably the fastest I have won the Stanley Cup. I don't believe I've won it this early before. It usually takes me a couple of years. Like, just because a lot of the creative players, I guess it's because in NHL 21, the Canes are like actually good. So you don't have to do as much roster editing. You kind of have a solid team built. And so there is Captain Jordan Jacob Slavin. Oh, right, because Jordan Stahl's not on the team anymore. Hoisting the Stanley Cup. He's going to dish it off to Teuvo Teravainen, who definitely will not have a playoff beard the next time he raises a cup. I can tell you that. So Teuvo is going to pass it to Dougie Hamilton. And Dougie is going to lift up the cup for the Hurricanes. He is going to take a second lap with it. Absolutely selfish. You have to wonder why 2 teams traded him. But yes, this is the fastest I have won a cup in this game mode. And we're just all very happy. Here comes Chris Cote holding up the Stanley Cup. And look at that, folks. That is a second-year goaltender who just took his team to the Stanley Cup final and just won his first Stanley Cup. Also, congrats to Dan McLaughlin. So yeah, Dan McLaughlin winning the cup for the Hurricanes as well. So 2 creative players winning the Stanley Cup so far. Obviously, you know, I have more control over that than I would for other teams. Otherwise, I would try to get more players Stanley Cups. Okay, so Svetch did lead the team in points at the end of things. I didn't actually know that. Toronto has, I think, has won 3 Calder Cups in a row. Detroit, Columbus, and New Jersey, that's actually looking like a more realistic lottery. But the draft class rankings, so Detroit is going to grab Michael Peters here. And then there's going to be 2 elite players heading to the Metro. Yay. We also know that there's a medium elite goalie late in the draft, Pierce Eddy, a low top 6 forward, and a medium elite defenseman. Is this defensive or offensive? Interesting. He's going to take a while, but interesting. That might be worth keeping an eye on. Retired players. So we couldn't get Dustin Brown that cup win that he wanted, But I do believe that it was the right decision to not um, trade for anybody at the deadline. Keep the team as it was, and obviously it paid off. So we're going to go ahead and sim the rest of the way. A few players have become coaches. One player became a scout. I will need to hire another goalie coach. Oh my god. But so let's take a look at the other awards for this year. The Canes obviously won the Stanley Cup, so that's the most exciting thing. I doubt we have any Canes players here. Conn Smythe went to Svetch, obviously. We did see that play out. And 0 awards going to Canes prospects, it looks like, in the AHL. That doesn't surprise me because that roster was depleted by losing Suzuki and a couple other guys. But here we go, the NHL entry draft for the Carolina Hurricanes. 31st overall, your Carolina Hurricanes. And we'll be selecting. I don't know, man. It's so hard. Dakota Watton. My scouts like him the best. Medium top 9 forward. That's a pretty bad pick, I'm not going to lie, folks. Here come the Canes at 62nd overall now. I don't have a ton of defensive prospects in the system. I'm going to pick Earl Lupel here. He's a defensive defenseman, so he's probably not going to actually play for my team. But I don't have a ton of defensive prospects in the system, just to begin with. So, before I do anything else, I think all the gems are off the board so far, except for that goaltender, which will take a little while for him to get off the board. I've obviously picked a lot of goalies in recent years. However, you have to keep picking goalies so that way you have a constant stream of goaltenders in your system. Reed as well. I believe I'm actually going to pick Zanon here. Just because my scouts seem to like him better. Low top 6 forward, that's about where I expected him to be. 84th overall for a couple picks in this year's draft. I'm not really sold on that. And yeah, as you can see, there's quite a lot of talent here on the board. We're going to pick David Campbell, the two-way defenseman that's a right-handed defenseman. So we're going more defense heavy with this draft. Just because I don't have a ton of defensemen in the system. Now we'll go by potential. Because it doesn't look like there's anything else that's really screaming my name in this draft. A low top 6 forward, and that is about it, folks. So we'll go with Gabriel Samson. Low top 9 forward, not great. It's not looking like a great rest of the draft, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab Pierce Eddy while I'm thinking about it. Just because this draft is not looking great. I think we're just gonna start picking randomly here. So it was a strong draft class too, and that's just decidedly not the case. Yeah, I mean, there's a few players that might have top 9 forward potential, like Daryl McTaggart. Medium bottom 6, yeah, like. The last pick in the draft, we're going to go with Tyrone Hernandez. Medium bottom 6 forward. So, But started off as a bad draft. It was actually a pretty bad draft for the Canes, all things considered. We got a few players that I'm like okay on, but nobody that I'm really like stoked about. So I'm actually gonna have to get a new associate coach, but I should be able to hire everybody else. Scouting department, again, I can make some changes. I'm gonna keep the League of Scout for now, unless there's a better one available. NHL Atlantic, I can replace. AHL North, I don't want. AHL Atlantic, I don't want. OHL, I can do better. DL, I probably can't do any better. Russia, I might be able to do better than that. And then there's the AHL Central. Definitely don't need that. And then there's NHL Pacific. I can definitely do better than that. So we are absolutely gutting the roster. But I'm going to go ahead and look at unsigned prospects. Our best prospect in the system right now is Campbell. Drury is close behind. It's again not looking like too great of a time for prospects. So we'll go to all expiring centers right now. I shouldn't have a ton. Bracco wants to resign, but I do want to keep Geeky in, or I don't want to keep either of them in the fold because I like Suzuki's odds better. Robida, we will give a contract to because, quite frankly, he might be the only other player from that draft class that sees ice time. Oh, Pasma, yeah, he'll play in the AHL. That's actually like a really good AHL player in the making. Hyman doesn't want a contract extension. I'm actually okay with that. Neither does Niederreiter and Faust. That's okay. I'm going to kind of let the prospects take control here. McEwen wants a contract. As much as I want to give him one, just as I don't have a ton of AHL help. Mrazek doesn't want a contract. I'm gonna qualify Helvig and Makiniemi, bring them back for another year. But that's really it. I don't think that there's any need to bring any new prospects into the fold. My AHL head coach and assistant coach have accepted. I really only brought back like 2 scouts. I didn't re-sign many players because the NHL roster's kind of getting depleted this year. So there's my qualified players. And surprise, surprise, I need an NHL associate coach and an AHL goalie coach. So we'll get that from the associate coach here. I'm paying a lot for a goalie coach in the AHL. So I have a lot of work to do in scouting. This will probably be the last thing I do. We'll get started on next season, but I won't do anything yet. So before I do anything, I absolutely need a Russian scout, as I always have 2. I have 7 slots to fill. I absolutely need an OHL scout, and that's the best one available. That's 2 right there. And that's 2 scouts right there. So that's 4 in total. right? Gotten two NHL, one Russian, one OHL. So I'm gonna grab this QMJHL scout. That'll make 5. I'm just gonna hire another OHL scout just so I have 2. And then I'm gonna grab another European scout so that I have 3. That's always what I do. Is I always try and find 3 European scouts so I can scout NLA, DEL, Extraliga. Because those 3 leagues occasionally have good players in them, and you can typically find like a gem or 2. So that's going to be it. I think we're going to start next time off with just some more we're going to start off with the off season. We might get a season or 2 done. I'm not entirely sure if I'll be able to stream next time, but we'll make it count. But I hope everybody has a great night, and if you're watching this later on, just let me know on Twitter how much you like it. I appreciate whoever liked the stream.